Okay, get the Fleshgorger in. I think that was my best impression yet. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Magic the Gathering Arena video. Today we're looking at Golgari Menace. What is menacing about this deck? Well, we are running this, and this. Our three Menace creatures. Starting with the new one, Ayara's Oathsworn is a 1 and a black for a 2/2 human knight creature with Menace. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, if it has fewer than 4 1/1 counters on it, put a 1/1 counter on it. Then, if exactly 4 1/1 counters on it, search your library for a card and put it into your hand, then shuffle. So this grows until it becomes a 6/6, and then it becomes something that shoots for us every turn. Pretty good. Menace creature that grows. We're running Sheoldred Assimilator, which is the from the latest Alchemy set. It's 1 and a black 3/1 Phyrexian Horror with Menace. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. That's a very essential feature of the card. There's lots of graveyard reanimation stuff out there. There's lots of mono blue out there, so this is a good card for both those matchups. If a card is exiled this way, you may conjure a duplicate of that card into the top 5 cards of your library at random. So if we're exiling our opponent's stuff, we're unlikely to want to do this. We might do. We are running Forsaken Crossroads in this deck as a land, so for example, if we exile a red card that we want to play, we can always put a Forsaken Crossroads on red and then conjure one into the top. So it does come up that happens. But most of the time we could exile stuff from our own graveyard in order to get another copy of it into the top 5. So it allows us to replay our own cards. We are then also running the Phyrexian Fleshgorger. This is a 7 costing, or 3 costing, 3/3, 7 costing, 7/5 of Menace and Lifelink, and it has ward pay life equal to its power. Then from the bottom up, we are running Go for the Throat, 2 of Painful Bond. Painful Bond has died off a little bit, but this is the 2 costing, draw 2 cards, the non-land cards in your hand of mana value 3 or less perpetually gain. When you cast the spell, you lose 2 life. So we only actually have these 2 drops here, which is 10 cards that are 2 or less, and including our 2 Painful Bonds. But considering this is 3 or less, it's actually a 7 costing one, so it doesn't really get counted in. I feel like Painful Bond is quite a good play in this deck, so we're running 2 of it. I'm running 3 of the new Blot Out. So this is a 3 costing instant. Target opponent exiles a creature or planeswalker they control with greatest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control. So it gets around like hexproof style effects. It gives us some planeswalker removal, which is nice. Go for the Throat or Liliana don't deal with planeswalkers very well, and it's instant speed, so I wanted to give it a little try out. 3 times Liliana. I think Liliana is really good in this deck because that's target player sacrifices a creature on top of all the Menace. If we get the number of creatures that they have down and then have lots of Menace creatures, they're really not going to be able to block very often. So it's sort of like a mid-rangey aggro Menace deck, including these removal spells. 3 Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Then our green card, Garruk, Wrath of the Wilds. Now this card is an interesting inclusion for green. I don't know if it's worth splashing green for it, but what I wanted is another mid-rangey planeswalker. And this one is actually is an interesting one, because its -1 is to draft a card from its spellbook and put it onto the battlefield. And all of its things are creatures, so the idea really being is that we can gum up the board with our Garruk, put more creatures into play quicker than they can get rid of them, and then our Menace stuff will go through and win. That's kind of the idea. Also, it's +1 of choose a creature card in your hand. It perpetually gets +1/+1, and it costs 1 less to cast. It's nice, because we have some expensive creatures, with our Junjis and our Sheoldreds, and our Phyrexian Fleshgorgers, and we have ways of getting them back from the graveyard. So perpetually buffing stuff, if you can get it back from the graveyard, is nice. 2 times Gix's command lets us return creature cards from the graveyard. Put 2 1/1 counters on a creature against lifelink until end of turn. Destroy all creatures with power 2 or less. We don't have many of those. We have the Oathsworn, but that's going to grow if it hits once. Nothing else has 2 or less power, so very nice mode in this deck. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the highest power among creatures they control can be very useful. Then 3 of Cruelty of Gix. We all know what this does. It lets us put stuff from the graveyard onto the battlefield. Pairs very well with Phyrexian Fleshgorger. Search our library. We've got lots of different answers for different things in this deck. With the Blot Out, with the Liliana, Go for the Throat. We've got answers to draw. We've got big creatures. So the second mode is actually pretty nice. And then obviously making our opponent discard. And then 2 of Vraska. Why is Vraska in this deck? So we've got abilities to put counters on stuff with Ayaras, with Gix's command, so proliferating is good for those, but also we've got these two Planeswalkers, and being able to proliferate and get our Garruk up to its ultimate of being able to give our creatures 3/3 and trample, or to ultimate Liliana, is very, very nice. Also, the -2 of an extra piece of removal is golden for us. So that is our deck. I'm running 26 lands. I started the video with 25. You'll see why we increased to 26. That's the deck. Let's have some games to see how we get on. Alright. Here we go. Bit slow. Bit slow. Got 12 2-drops, so there's a good chance of drawing one. Not in that turn. Not mono blue, is it? Oh, of course it is. Mono blue, and we're on the draw. Nope. Give them a chance to do a nice, impulse. Great. Didn't think about their choice either. Give them something to counter. That always makes a blue player happy. There we go. Look at that. How much fun that was. What? Go away. Stop giving me all my lands. Gosh. All the impulses and moments of truth. Can you play a creature? Yeah, you can. Well, that worked. Let's do it on one. We're not in a rush. What? You don't have any counters? It's all impulses and moments of truth. Oracle, okay. I see what this deck is. What do we want? Maybe this? Blot Out, do we want conjured into our top? Maybe. We want to leave the Fleshgorger anyway because of Gix. So they can try and search up the extra turn thing using their impulses and moments of truth. Which I'm guessing they didn't find that time, given how long it took them. They could have an ancestral recall. I wonder if they've got any interaction at all, or is this just single player magic for them? I suppose they had one counter. Yeah, you get scry to the top. Uh-oh. Can we force them to shuffle in some way? That doesn't make them shuffle. Okay. God. Just in case there's like a combo piece in their hand. Like a kitten or something. Essence capture and ancestral recall. Why did they have mana for the recall? I thought they did. So they had an ether channeler on top. That's all they wanted. Without a kitten though, this combo falls apart, I think. So they can now capture the Sheoldred. But the Fleshgorger is a problem. If you attack, you can't block either of my menace creatures. This is a very interesting approach from our opponent. Oh yeah, we can search for a card. Do we just go for the throat? Let's attack and see what happens here. They've got 3 mana. No, thank you. I'm wondering what their thinking is. Bounce the Assimilator, take a hit from the sphere. Okay, but that doesn't give you blue, so you can't now essence capture. So I guess they could have another counter for 2, because they need to counter Sheoldred. Blue player, did I stop you playing your one-person game? Yeah, we got enough to pay for anything like that. GG. Good. That's what we like. Alright, next one. We've been demoted to playing against diamond players for some reason, but let's try it anyway. Game clearly like, your deck's no good. Golgari no good here. And black, please. Don't need a second Liliana. 1 should suffice. Ayara's Oathsworn, pretty nice. Or not. Let's try again. Cavalry Rebels. Nope, back Alley Gardener. I've got the medicine for you, sir.
No more distractions.
For you, I have the medicine.
One of your friends has to leave.
Wouldn't mind a back alley gardener myself, though. Rocco.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Alright, we'll throw away one of these. Lots of menace. Menace. Yeah, I think we'll take one of those and shuffle it in. We'd just like to draw a land out of the other 4, please. Leaf Crown Visionaries. It's elves. Yeah, it is elves. I've only just realised what's happening here. Fine.
Oh, that's my cue to leave.
What are you not going to sack?
This is my home.
You need a
and I
second
don't
something.
appreciate it when sacrifices must be made.
Which means all of the menace goes through. We'll put another lily. Bash, bash, bash. Grow, grow. Bash, bash, grow, grow. Don't want to know what that's an ad campaign for. Given we're getting 2 cards a turn, we're not doing very well at finding something to play our Gix with. That's a bit abusive. Really?
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
That is an option. Bang, bang, bang. Next one. Okay. Here we go. Mango omelette. Nice. Black. No, we've got a couple of 2-drops. Rather progress through our deck a bit. Fleshgorger, we might need you to do some work here. Yeah, I didn't suspect that would live, but we'll go with this just because 1 more life. Interesting. And let's get rid of this, shall we? Although it gives them a land and denies us a land. A fable's a fable. Vraska's Forge. Interesting. Flow of fire to the face is not worrying. Fleshgorger can do some life gain back for us, and we can get rid of that Swift Spear. Sadly, we don't have our second green, but
Nobody knows domination. I've
I
always
don't think we should bother protecting Liliana, to be honest. If they attack it with a 2-1 from the Forge, that's fine. Power 2 or less attacks.
delay, nothing more.
Why didn't they attack with this? So it's sort of goblins? Goblin sub-theme? We'll take a Assimilator, I think. Which can shuffle in for us a Liliana. I didn't play this on 1 because they had no hand. 2, I didn't want to cost myself 3 life, really. Four, 6, 10 damage. Let's see what we get out of this spellbook first, shall we? If we get the one that gives us 4 life, we might be able to attack. No, but that gives us some blockers, so that'll do. Attacking puts us back up to 7 life anyway, so... Although this is a 5-1 trample. But we don't want to block with our Fleshgorger anyway, so... I'm going to discard this to draw, maybe. Nope. Ooh. It's a bit painful. So we take 4 damage plus that. Ooh, are we dead? That is a nice top deck, I'll give you that. I think we're dead, right? Yeah. Oh shit. A bit of a misplay, I guess. Not really. You have to play the odds that they're not going to get that as a top deck. And if we'd have got the 4 life thing out of Garruk. Ugh, bit grim. Okay. Here we go. Time to get back to some winning ways. This looks okay on the draw. We're running 25 lands, so prob's okay. Prob's okay. Mono red golems. Prob's still okay. This probably, they must be running antagonize, I guess, with this thing. Okay. Come on, Fleshgorger, you can survive. Well, you didn't win it for me last time, did you? Attack him with everything. That's interesting. Definitely take the kill on that. It's a hit, but we gain 3 life back. Okay, we can blot out the squeeze, so I think we can attack. Now it looks like a lot less dangerous of an attack, eh? Wouldn't mind drawing something. We'll just hold and see for the go for the... Yeah, okay. We probs do need to get rid of that. Sheoldred. Traumatic Frank would be bad, but we'd survive, I think. 5, 9, 10. Yeah, we'd survive. Uh, 11, 12. Yeah, we'd survive by 1. Let's just block this, shall we? No, I guess we have to block this. Could have Gix's command next turn anyway. Yeah, we can kill that either way. Alright, Sheoldred number 2. Good luck. Mono red. This only works for so long. Nah, bro. You're toast. That's not going to do it for you. Ding. GG. We'll end above 20 life, thank you. Yes. Nice to beat that kind of crap. Okay. I'd like to play against some higher rated players, but we need a proper test of this deck really. Down here could be trash or mono red basically. Let's see, I could be proven wrong. Now I feel bad calling this deck trash. But if it is mono blue, then I don't feel bad. Okay, it's not. We'll go with this one. Nope. Yeah, we'll shuffle in one of those because I haven't got any good removal in my hand at the moment. And they're almost certainly playing Vraska as their creature. I mean, they might be playing no creatures and that could have been a mistake. Ah, no, there we go. And there is our little drown in Icor. But this one, let's go with this. Then we can proliferate and put a counter on Lily. Kaito.
You ready, Pom-Pom-chan? Time to put our skills to the test.
That's nice.
You can't fight what you can't see.
Don't really want to plus Lily here, do we? We could do this. Start proliferating.
You are cared for if I let down rise together.
No, that'll do. This is now something that they pretty much have to actually deal with, there we go, rather than the sit back Dimir strategy.
Too slow.
We've basically stolen their strategy with the Assimilator. We've turned ourselves into just a proliferate Planeswalker deck. That's pretty nice. So what we should do is this. We should drown and Icor this. We can then plus this and discard our forest.
Don't overthink things.
All of a sudden Lily's up to a 5 loyalty. And Vraska's up to 7. Okay. We'll play this, I think.
Patience. We will.
I have things. Sorry, don't bother, Beck. Refreshing mercy.
They'll keep these 3. Doesn't matter. Just killing 3 lands. We will discard that for you.
Down from rise together.
Search our library for a card. We'll have a Sheoldred. Shall we take Archfiend? I think so. I don't know what this is, but we'll take it. Good game. That was fun. Turned ourselves into a little proliferate deck. Worked pretty nicely. Wanted to put the 10th poison on, but I didn't get a chance. Alright. Fearbolt. Not the cheapest hand, but we've got a couple of Fleshgorgers which tend to be able to like stabilise, so we'll try keeping sort of Virtue. Oh, at least we've got an Oathsworn. Okay, it's an equipment deck, so could be okay. We've got a Blot Out in case there's something nasty. Yeah. In fact, we don't do it now. We'll let them try and equip that. Whenever it or equipped creature dies. Okay, now we'll do it. Otherwise, they can choose the one that the other one. They didn't equip their Eater, which is interesting. Yeah, we want a land. That's good. Possibly just a mistake not equipping that, because it doesn't feel like they've got anything. What are you thinking, Fearbolt? You've got your Phoenix, you've got your Eater of Virtues, and you've got your Golgari Thrillseeker. Make that a 4/4 that can sack itself and kill our Oathsworn. When it or equipped creature dies, whenever an equipped creature... Okay, it's like a little combo thing going on here. So do 4, sack, do 4 again, bring it back. That could be fun. Maybe I should bring it back. So they can equip this. So I guess we don't want that to happen.
The reign of flesh is gazing to my eyes.
If they have something with haste, they can bring this back. That doesn't have haste unless there's something. Protection from black. That's a bit of a problem. It's a definite bit of a problem. We need a Blot Out. So if we Assimilator and shuffle Blot Out, that could be our one chance to actually get rid of this thing. Untap. Playing a 7 cost one of these would do as well, so maybe we should exile this instead of Blot Out, because giving their thing flying Well, it doesn't affect us really anyway, I suppose. It's got protection, so it could just swing and kill us. We've got quite a powerful board in return, though. This doesn't have lifelink at the moment, right? No. But what does this sword do? Play an instant or sorcerer 2 or less from your graveyard without paying. This is a knight, not a samurai or a warrior. Oh, it does have lifelink. Oh yeah, first strike vigilance lifelink. Yeah, okay, that is a problem. It's a big problem. So let's get rid of that, and then let's play this as a thing. Okay, let's shuffle this Blot Out in. So we can. This is only a chump, though, right? This is his first strike. So let's not chump now, but if we have to, we will. Surveil too, it's just strong, isn't it? Okay. They moved the protection onto the arms scavenger. I suppose we could, what we could do, so we can bring back a Thrill Seeker and then fling this at this. So we can scry, and then that would be helpful. So let's, in fact, we can search our library and then proliferate to make this happen. So let's take a Blot Out. Then let's proliferate. Take a Thrill Seeker. In fact, this gets this, that can't block it. We swing. This isn't a first strike, right? So they're gonna both die. Yeah. Okay. And then we can kill this as well. That worked. I'm not gonna lie, that worked. We'll take another one of those, please. What is this card? It's so good. And speak of the devil, there he is. I actually thought that was looking really bad for us. And then look. Gosh, this deck is strong. Okay. Here we go again. Quinn 10. Nice hand. The Bond's not really an opening hand thing for us, but it'll do. We're going to kill the outcasts because they're just too strong. Takes the teeth out of the big spender if they don't have outcasts. Like a land, we didn't get one. I will shuffle one of these back in, even though I'd rather have a land. Assimilator will die, but it's just saving us damage to the face. There's a land. We'll play it on green. Nice. And Obviously we can't do anything this turn. Yuck. Could be dead. We don't have any 2-drop to go with this. There's 5 damage there. This would cost 3. Could block like one of these. Yeah, okay, we could live. Maybe. Missing a land just cost us the game, I think. Yep. GG. It's what it is. Move on. Okay. F-Gow. Right, whatever. It's obviously too expensive a hand, but 12 2-drops. Gotta keep saying it to believe it, because they never come in an opening hand. Right, black. 2-drop. There we go. We had to know one would come if I complain enough. Opponent playing black or opponent playing red? What do we think? My bet's on mono red. Green? Oh, enchantments. Okay. Well, we've got a Boseiju, so that could be fun. If they're relying on enchantment removal for a Sheoldred. Obviously, we care less about if they remove Ayara. Which they have done. And we'll pass. Could use this as a little combat trick, but it would only be worth it if it was not a trade. We don't want to give them a land and kill a creature for one of our lands. That could be worth killing though. They are missing a land drop here. But Naturalist makes everything cheaper anyway, so that's pretty nice. If we play Sheoldred, they could just kill it. Garruk we could minus, they could kill whatever the minus brings in and then attack Garruk, but that's actually okay. So let's go Garruk. Life gain's nice. Forces them to put a counter on Visitor if they want to attack. Catilda. We could minus this to get rid of that. That's better. That's better.
I'll leave your bones in my wake. I can handle the wilds just fine.
That's actually a good blocker for a bit. Although if they, I suppose if they exile this, this would kill this, but we then got Vraska at full power. Is there anything in here that kills our enchantments? I don't think so. That would make this card a lot better. That's a bit painful. Guess we can force them to discard by blocking with Junji. Yeah, it looked painful for them.
I have no pity for you.
Let's take the Death Toucher. Black. Yeah, that's nice. We can get our 6/6 Junji back. And for now, let's get rid of this.
All becomes but a stone flesh.
So they can kill this, obviously, and then disturb it onto one of these, but at least it's one level of bullshit gone. I wonder if they have another Michiko's, we could just... no, because they can't do this and Michiko. They haven't got enough mana. They haven't sort of maybe clocked that they could sack the Catilda and put it on the visitor.
I'll
Plus.
leave your bones in my wake.
Patience. Will be.
Do we 2 or do we 3? I think we 3 because we could die otherwise. Nope. As soon as they realise what they could do with their Catilda, we might die, so... want to keep Junji on standby. Okay. Okay. I mean, we can give all of our creatures +3/+3 and trample, but that doesn't help us right now.
Well, I'm pretty wily for a far boy.
Let's play this first. So that this is gaining life, not losing it.
Embrace the inevitable.
And we'll put this on green. That'll do. No attacks. That's not an enchantment, at least. We need to get rid of the Weaver of Harmony because as soon as that thing finds as soon as they find an exile, that's 2 of our creatures gone. On the other hand, +3/+3 and trample is starting to look pretty good. I guess we'll do that after we've got the Fleshgorger out. So let's get rid of that.
Gaze into my eyes.
Hope I'm not ruining your little camping trip.
Can attack with this. Bang. I'm not saying they would have won if they'd have sacked that Catilda earlier, but it would have helped. See, they could have doubled that ossification up. That would have been very nice for them. I've taken Vraska. Okay.
My defiance never dies.
That's interesting given that we have a Garruk that can ulti. Michiko's. They're not got anything with lifelink at least. They have now got a lot of blockers though. That little Underdark Basilisk is doing its job. Let's give everything care. Yeah, let's just go. See what happens. I haven't calculated it, but with the Death Touch tramples, that's 13, that's 11 Death Touch trample damage. And because their creatures are relying on having other creatures, you know, this needs enchantments, these need spirits and enchantments, yeah. It's going to be a cheeky board wipe for them, apart from that. Oh, GG. Easy. Okay, here we go. Double Junji, not great, but we got some 2-drops. You're looking very hopeful. Is it mono white? Probably. Mina Haka, aka Dahlia. Humans deck. Interesting. Award 1. Nice. Yeah. Fine. Yuck. Where's my land? Need to run some more lands in here, don't we? But I keep finding myself saying, where's my land? Where's my land? Alright. I -1 Junji +1 land. Watch us flood. This is an okay level of flood at the moment. If we keep top decking lands, I might be a bit salty. They might be going to the salt mine. Oh, I know it's happening. I know it's coming. March toward perfection. Okay, get the Fleshgorger in. I think that was my best impression yet. Like a Viking battle horn. Okay. I would recommend paying that ward. Hello. What can we let's scare them into moving? I would guess that their Magic the Gathering has crashed. Let's go with Oathsworn. Maybe you'll try a Sheoldred or something, or a Obliterator. That would be nice. Please just try playing some creatures. That'll do.
Happy to help. Off you go.
Bing. Root Despair? Yeah. When do they not have it? We'll go with this and we'll hold Blot Out, I reckon. We'll take one of those. We want a blotcher. Fair enough. Don't see that one every day. Arena card. Nope. Sweet. Didn't even run this card in my deck, but got off a good one. Yep, that's what we want. Nice top end Planeswalker. Betrayal Sting.
You are cared for in Phyrexia's ranks. We know nothing of Phyrexia's plans.
Got Hero's Downfall. Maybe. Baby. Nope. Takenuma. Yeah, you can have another Archfiend. Yeah, what should we discard? Blot. Yeah. Fleshgorger and Oathsworn. Good. Going up in cards, that's what we like. Get this value. Fair enough. You can sack that.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Down, rise together.
And we'll do this Invoke Despair. The Menace army is back. Yeah.
Just cause.
GG. Done. Easy mode, boys. Okay, here are the stats of the deck as you saw on the video. 10 games, 7 wins, 3 losses, so 70% win rate in these matchups. Now we are in low Mythic, well not low, 90 to 94%, whatever it is. So relatively low Mythic. So we are playing against a wide range of stuff, as you can see. Unfortunately, we are failing the red matchup, which I'm slightly surprised about given all of our removal and the fact that we're playing Gix's command. I guess our removal is just a little bit expensive with the Go for the Throats and Lilianas. Sheoldred is obviously very nice against mono red, but maybe the Painful Bonds are a bit bad, so I'm not sure. I'm going to play it out a little bit more and see if this continues to be the case. If it does, maybe I'll sacrifice the Go for the Throats for marches or you know, something like that with a little bit of life gain in there, but going to have a little bit more of an experiment there. But otherwise, it's a very fun deck. It feels like it's that kind of deck where you can like control your opponent and advance your board at the same time. So it's like a bit of a like controlling aggro deck, as weird as that sounds. That's how it plays to me. Because of the menace, it sort of feels a little aggro-y, but actually what you're really doing is controlling them and building up your creatures at the same time. So really, really had a lot of fun with the deck. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thank you very, very much for watching. Until next time, bye for now.